coming to talk. Good information. Information is talking education. The good carry coming to the good carry go. From Monday to Friday, from Monday to Friday, from Monday to Friday, African soldier. Listen, let's say African soldier. Now they're chicken way African soldier. But African soldier. African soldier. Patrice Lumumba African soldier. Makoska be African soldier. African soldier, show your power. Show your power, free your people now.
You need to show your power. I don't know which one of the countries we've got to see ourselves, what's happening every freaking day of our lives in Liberia. Things are continuing to get worse by the minute, by the day, by the second. Everything that continues to happen in this country, it is the opposite way. How did we arrive at this point? Good morning, folks, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Liberia. On Voice of Liberia, 104.1 in Monrovia, 89.7 in Mangibi, 90.7 in Bond County, 96.7 in Lofa, and that of 95.7 in Gwembasa, and other frequencies across Liberia. We're also live on www.voiceofliberiaradio.com. We're also live on Radio Garland, YouTube, and other different platforms. Good morning, folks. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever you are this morning. You're joining us. We want to say hello and welcome to the show. Good morning, Liberia. This is where we converse to talk about the issues. I know most of you, some of you are going through a lot in life. Let me say this to you this morning. Be strong enough. Keep the courage. Everything that happens in life, it is for a reason. This time may be your testing moment, and don't give up. Do not allow what they say to you to be the final definition of your life. Because Allah, God Almighty, has the solution to all of the problems we are faced with. And so don't be moved. Keep focus. If you are a Muslim, continue to pray. If you're a Christian, continue to pray. Whatsoever you believe in, stick to it and continue to worship. Because there will come a time your story will change. There are others that have bad stories than you do today. Their stories were changed. What about you, my brother? What about you, my sister, my mother, my father, my dear sister? And so you need to keep the courage. Yes, indeed, we are back here this morning, and I want to say I'm very grateful to Allah for making us to wake up early this morning, drive here as usual, and here we are this morning on the shore. We're so grateful to Allah, man. There are many others that are lying in hospitals, lying somewhere, just asking God for the last moment and say, forgive me for whatsoever I have done. And trust me, I will repent. And you're walking on your feet, you're moving, you're smiling, you're eating. No one is helping you to do anything. And you don't want to be grateful to Allah? We want to say we are grateful, we're humble. Good morning, folks, and welcome to the show. My name is Sekou, and indeed I'm Sekou Sharif. Inshallah, with the blessing of my parents, protection of Allah, acceptance, we're going to be here this morning up to 10 o'clock. Welcome to the show. If you're just joining us today, it's the very first time, we want to say welcome. This is where we converge to talk about the issues that matter to our country. And if it's good, this is what we've signed up to do every day. And so it is not something that we love it. We love doing it. And we're always here doing it. This morning, my partner, Samira Wola, will not be here this morning. She has other engagements on behalf of the radio station. And she's going to be representing the radio station. So this morning, Samira Wola will not be here. But trust me, you can count on me. I'm sitting here and we're going to do our very best as we've always done. There are too many things we're going to look at. Two of the major things we're going to be talking about this morning. One is the incident yesterday, late evening. And I received a lot of calls. A lot of persons were calling, as to whether I was informed about what's going on at the ELWA area between the police and that of the army. And so we'll talk about it. Another laughable thing here this morning is about the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. About what they did in Gbapulu County. Those of you in Gbapulu County, will allow you to call us this morning and tell us about the mockery they made out of you people yesterday. We'll talk about that as well this morning on the show. And some other issues. This morning, again, we'll continue to remind the LRA boss about the knowingly violation he continues to carry out by allowing someone that has no idea, that lacks all it takes to continue to serve in the position, using that position to enrich himself at the detriment of the Liberian people. And so we also remind him this morning. But before that time, the normal thing we usually do here to acknowledge those of you watching us is what we're going to do. Let me just get this yes, to start acknowledging those of you watching us this morning on the show. Let's start from this point. This person, Ambassador Delano Roosevelt Zoe, Senior Rights. It says, good morning, voice of Liberia, and good morning to the people of Jobo Boloken Kavala District, headquarters, Granjida County. I'm following live from my Loken Town resident. Keep on the good work, good broadcast. Liberian people believe in your information. Henry Yango writes and says, following from my end on this hot Thursday evening, thanks to VOL and her team for the great service. Fazari Pekin Shelton writes and says, good morning, VOL. I'm watching live from my residence in Backnesville, Kaba. Elijah K. Colley writes this morning and says, good morning, sir. VOL family. Thank you guys for the show. I'm watching live from Vartan Community, Kakata City. Stephen Yakade writes and says, good voice of Liberia family. I'm falling from Cotton Tree District 2 Lower Mangibi County. Thanks for the great job you guys are doing for the Liberian people. Sunday Flomo writes as well on the program here and says, good morning, VOL Sunday. S. Flomo is my name, watching from Phoebe Airstrip, Bon County. Where are we Liberians going? Imagine people that are supposed to protect us are now threatening each other. God bless. God, please take control. Morris Dole writes and says, good morning, my brother Seku. I'm calling from Red Light District number 5. Harris J. Saki. He writes and says, good morning, VOL family. I'm watching live from Kakata City, Mangibi County. Thank Big Brother Seku and my favorite female journalist, Samira. Thank you guys for the update every morning. Prince David writes and says, good afternoon from South Korea and a pleasant morning to all Liberian. Seku V. Sharif Jr., can you be the center reverend for the match scheduled today between the AFL and the police at the open air stadium in Peaceville? Gray Joe Gray writes and says, good morning, voice of Liberia. VOL, my name is Gray Joe Gray, watching from 21st Street, Single Monrovia. Thanks for the update every morning. Lassie Brown Senior writes and says, I'm watching from Vartan, Gibraltar community this morning. Sekovi Sharif Jr. Josh T.O.J. Brown writes on the program and says, good morning, VOL. I'm watching from my reading room at ProSA office on the ULME campus. John Colley writes this morning on the program and says, good morning, VOL. My name is John Colley, watching from Swakoko City, Bon County. What is happening in our country? The AFL and the police? God, our country. Mohammed Mariaman J. Sharif writes and says, good morning, Samira Seku and the peace-loving people of Lofa County. I'm watching from Mamadi Diakite Intellectual Forum in Jacobtown, St. Francis community. Citizens gearing in favor of AFL against the Unity Party police that are always with them. This is seriously troubling. Mohammed S. Kamara writes this morning and says, good morning to you guys. I join you from United Arab Emirates, Abu Dhabi. So this is how common Sierra Leone criminal mistakes called Bwaka when want our country to look so nothing good can come out of Bwaka. No, I will not say that. No. Juje Wonwe writes and says, good morning, I'm following live from Johnsonville. Kadiatu Bebeke Kamara says, morning family. Genesis Sumo writes on the program and says, good morning, VOL. I'm Genesis K. Sumo, watching you guys live from the beautiful city of Banga. Philip Fosco Tamba writes on the program and says, good morning, guys. This devil called the president want to destroy Liberia. I'm watching live from Cardwell T Junction. Bessa Sule Marti writes and says, I'm watching from district number 17. Venturare says, good morning, voice of Liberia. I'm watching from Amunshan community, Jacobtown. Amagachi community, Jacobtown. Philip Pasco Tama writes says, thank you, AFL, for flocking those devilish police officers. And the Chelsea firstborn Yaya Kuruman says, Yaya J. Kuruma is falling from Grand Cape Mount County, Golakone District, Gold Camp, Namblama, precisely. They get here, they call the place Namblama. Doris Gold writes this morning and says, good morning, I'm watching you live from Kakata City. Trophilius Guluma says the AFL needs to take over leadership in this country. And the text, your messages continue. So I want to say thank you to all of you for your messages. We will not read all of them, but please share the live so that others can join and follow what we're going to discuss and some of the other things we're going to be doing. 2 reminders. One is with our friend and brother, a very young man. What's his name? What the guy named, man? Yesterday we talked about him. Jala, if you're listening, text me his name. His name is just slipping off my mind. What's his name from ANC? Okay. Jala, if you're listening, please remind me about his name. Any of you listening, the guy we talked about yesterday, he currently works with CSA. He used to be the communication guy for ANC. Please text me his name. I just want to remind him that the entire day end on yesterday. We did not hear anything from the court. We did not receive any court document to say we are sued. We are still waiting. We want to challenge him to sue us, because if he doesn't sue us, then it means that he doesn't have what it takes to say some of the things he said. But let me be reminding the other person first before we can. Okay, very good. Someone just texted me. You know, let a person's listening always. Moluba Yogbo. Thank you, my dear brother. Moluba Yogbo, a very young man who we flag his story. We brought someone came on the radio to complain about the way he's indebted to them. He's owing them. He has since refused allegedly to pay. So we talk about it. He said he will sue this radio station. Yesterday he did not do it. So we just want to make this as a reminder today. You could just do it. Today you could just do it so that and that when you do it today, it will be very good so that we can go to court. A reminder this morning to the Commissioner General Double Jala, LRA. Like we said, we'll use this entire week to continue to remind him that next will be the time to announce all of that numbers on the radio. They are public officials. You need to get their numbers. So Mr. Double Jala, you've got a very impeccable character, like others will say. Even those others think that you've got some problems. But I believe that you've got some level of character. You've come to the LRA with a very hard character, something that isn't right. But Mr. Double Jala, you should be one of the persons that respect the laws of our country. Respect the laws that govern the particular institution you serve. But it is contrary for what you're doing at LRA. You have a girl by the name of Margaret Crotty, who came third in the vetting process, even though transparently she cannot do anything, she knows nothing. You having her to serve as acting head of the domestic department. It is totally wrong. You cannot have someone acting for the number of times that she has acted, and she continues to act. We are calling on you to do the needful. Even if you want someone to act, she should not be the person, because she came third. You have the second person who's currently in the institution. You could use that person to act, but you don't take third person. Then you have no value for education. You have no value for qualification. Mr. Double Jala is a reminder to you. Maybe you got plenty of things on your head, so we can blame you too. So we are reminding you this morning that Margaret Crotty should not be serving as acting up to present, because the laws forbade said you can find the competent person and put them there. Let Margaret Crotty go back to her position or find somewhere else to sit down, because she is dull a collar back. She understands nothing. The only thing she's going to do for herself is to sit in that position and use that position to arrange themselves at the detriment of LRA and the Liberian people. This is a reminder. We're reminding you, Mr. Dobojala. Today is Thursday, and we take a break after today's presentation. Tomorrow, Kutu and the legs of others will join and continue the show. As of Monday, if we return here, we continue to announce your numbers, and we'll continue to tell the Liberian people about your movements, so that when they see you out there, they can walk to you and remind you. Yes, they can walk to you, or they can call you and remind you. So maybe you need that kind of a reminder. That if even you in bed, you be reminded. If even you in office, you be reminded. So maybe you need that kind of a reminder to do the right thing. Sometimes people, you think that they come with this kind of a impeccable character, and they tend to be the worst at times. No one would have thought that even a male like double would do the kinds of thing. To have an unqualified person in a particular position for a number of time as acting. As I've been told, auditors are angry. As I've been told, they are best friends. This is what she does. She pushes a lot to become a best friend to all of the heads at LRA so that she can have an easy ride. Yes. Some of you that were asking me how far is the issue of the LRA, I just needed to have them documented. I don't need anything from them to say they will investigate. The entire LRA people, they are compromised. I'm not going to waste my time. When they show how compromised they are, I'm not going to waste my time to respond to any crazy emails or whatsoever. All of our international friends that reach out, the information we give out, and what we receive in return, the concerns and all of that, they're good. They're good. And somebody was asking me as to what did the PUL do since we wrote them. I will speak about that issue at the appropriate time. But what I can say to you, the PUL is another useless institution headed by unserious people. Least to think that what's the boy need that sits there now? He fought so high, he did all kinds of things. He stopped the PUL business just because he wanted to be president. He did now. A journalist's life been threatened, wrote the PUL, and of the present. The PUL. So that one we'll talk about another time. It tells you how people are. Okay. Fellow Liberians, I know most of you late yesterday evening, it was a shocking news to most of you to have seen some of the things you saw on social media. For some of you that don't have the opportunity, you are not privileged to the social media, we will also inform you about it. Okay, let me also inform you about the cash giveaway. Sorry that we did not say it. So this morning we're giving 10,000 Liberian dollars and that of 50,000. So we want to encourage you this morning to play the cash giveaway. Here is the code. You're going to dial star 799 star 90 hash. Star 799 star 90 hash. And you play with 200 Liberian dollars. Just 200 Liberian dollars, and you stand a chance to win 10,000 or 50,000. Let's play, and today we want to get up to 100 persons, either 10 or 50,000. So let's play more, and we'll call more winners this morning on the show. And it feels good sometimes when you have more people winning. And sometimes the reason why more people don't win because you don't play. When the more you play, the better chances for most of you to win. So this morning we're giving 10,000 and out of 50,000. It helps a lot. 10,000 is almost like around $50. 50,000 is almost around like $100 plus or 200, something like that. I might not be right. So play this morning. Dial star 799 star. You press 90 hash and you play with 200 Liberian dollars. You stand a chance to win for yourself 10 or 50,000 Liberian dollars. Now, some of you might not be privileged to the social media, but you've heard about some of the things that have been going. But let me just narrate it to you. You know, I said to someone, and I'm going to say this. Since the inception of Gregory Cuomo, within the Liberian National Police as head, things have continued to retrogress. Things are becoming bad by the minute, by the day. The lawlessness has become the order of the day. Listen, the lawlessness has become the order of the day within the police. Police officers now and then take the laws into their hands. Police officers. You can see what's been happening. Under the watch of Gregory Cuomo, Ayuba, I did not say star 777. No. Ayuba, stop misleading our people. For those of the people, no. Ayuba, I will need to take this off immediately. I will need to take it off our page immediately. You don't do that, Ayuba. We gave a code. You don't go, you pull your own code there. No. Okay. Since the inception of Gregory Cuomo, the police has become so lawless. Evidence of what you are seeing on social media, what you hear about the police on a daily basis. Everywhere you pass, everything you see, every time you wake up, you hear some kind of news about the police. And all of the news you hear about the police, they are not a good news. All the news you hear about the police, they are not a good news. No. Ranging from the past, we all have heard about the way police officers intentionally have been killing peaceful citizens in our country. Some of them, they will carry out through protests. When people are protesting, they go there and beat on them, kill them. Some of them, they go to the homes. They go in the communities of peaceful citizens. Evidence of what happened in District 17. 2 different occasions. Peaceful, harmless citizens. Peaceful and harmless citizens were beaten, killed by the police. What did the police do? Nothing. Those lives were taken. What measure did the police put in place to say, we'll put in place this measure so as to avoid the reoccurrence? The police did nothing about it. The police did nothing about it. They did nothing about it. It is because you don't have that leadership at the police. The police is always in confrontation with peaceful citizens, beating on them for no reasons. It is true that the police is to enforce the law, but you can enforce the law in a much more better and a professional way, and that law will be enforced. But like we've continued to say, Gregory Cuomo has recruited and reintroduced some of the notorious criminals, killers, and make them heads within the police. So they gave those kinds of decisions or instructions to the people to carry out some of these things in the country. Oh yes, Every one of us know in this country, the army, they are very unique. They are professional. They don't come out so easily. But fellow Liberians, some of you that saw what the police did to that army man, just because they said they did a so-called no-go zone for motorcyclists, and then they saw this man riding a bike, or he was on a bike, and the man identified himself as an officer of the armed forces of Liberia. Yesterday, they beat on that man, they drag him, they chunk him in the butt of the pickup. And this is what I've observed about the entire security sector, not just the police. But the police is worst. They don't respect each other. A policeman at this point, and it happened, a policeman at this point will be carrying out something. In fact, when that policeman immediate boss or his boss or some of his other bosses that he's not working under directly gives him instruction to either do, which is not a wrong instruction, that police officer will say no. It happened in my presence now 1 time, and 2 times, and 3 times. A police officer arrested a vehicle right before me. And that person called one of his bosses. And the bosses talked to him on the phone and said, allow that man to go. That man is on an operation. We are in the know whatsoever. That police officer said he wouldn't allow that man to go unless that of his boss, it is one of his bosses, even though he's not working under that person directly, but that boss should call 102 first. So now you see how the police themselves are not trained. So they are so ruthless, useless, careless, irresponsible. Yes, I've continued to say this, but some of you don't listen. If care is not taken, Gregory will plunge this country into the dark days. Gregory Como will plunge this country into the dark days. Don't see some of the officers that are doing all these things they're doing. They said, when a leader leads well, the people he or she leads will follow the footsteps of what the leader will do. But you have one arrogant, irresponsible, funny-looking Gregory Como. The only thing he does, he's so arrogant. He feels I will stay in the dark days. And so he instructs the officers to go ahead and do these things. Imagine, police has been in the news for the past 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Not for good thing. Yesterday, it was the police and the army. Today, you hear policemen kill somebody. Tomorrow, you hear policemen went and beat on another person. This is the news every day you get about our police. Under the watch of Gregory Como. And in this point, this is what I will call on you, Mr. President. The peace of our country, it lies on your head. If you've not thought about this, it is now you need to think, to see reason to have Gregory Como changed. Gregory is causing too many problems within the police. Gregory lacks the leadership ability. He has no control. Everyone in the police doing their own thing. Policemen will walk out today and go do something to the other place. Policemen will walk out and go put checkpoint to the other place. So what's the system? The very police are supposed to be protecting lives and property. They are violating the very laws that they're supposed to protect. A policeman will go and take a gun and walk to someone else's house and look at the person and kill the person, and nothing comes out of it. A policeman will kill and go to jail, and that person leaves the jail. And you saw on the social media, fellow Liberians, I said it here. If it could be me, myself, I'm in a position, I will treat the police the way the army guys treated the police. They're not being good. They're supposed to boss it here. because it is the training that Gregory Como is putting in them. Yes, it is a training. When he finished getting high, he and his 102, then he gave all kinds of foolish instructions. But that is it. What kind of police, what kind of thing, oh, what you want to do in the one city here? You go, you look at, you be on the one motorcyclist then. Even though recently you made the motorcyclists then to go and register their bikes. So what becomes of the money they spend? How do you expect them to get the money back when you tell them to go back in the communities? And the president of this country, he says nothing about it. He says there. And if care is not taken, Gregory Como will plunge this country. Because he has brought in bulk of those hardcore criminals and robbers, people that know how to kill. He put them in top positions within the police. So the only mindset they have is destructive mindset. They come to the police with that mindset of destruction. How dare you go and beat or army men the way the police officers want to beat on that man? Eh? You think say, yeah, you enforcing the law. That man is a high security man for the police, the army. And so if you ask who started this entire thing, it is the police. The police look for the army people. When you hold the army man, look at how you disgrace the man. Look at how you beat on the man. Look at how you treated the man. Drag the man. Send the man in the trunk of the pickup. Even though the people around telling you, say, that man an army man, the man introduce himself, say he's an army man. Show his ID card. No respect. Beating on the man the way you beat on the man. Oh, you allow the army people to sit and remain resolute and say, oh yeah, okay, you know what? You know, the thing will leave it, we'll just forget about it just like that. No. The police continues to create the environment for chaos. Yesterday it was the police and army people. Today it will be surveillance. If it not be surveillance, they will go and kill somebody. What are we getting from the police? Is this the police we hired for the past 6 years? Is this the police? No. The police is supposed to be our friend. We should not be seeing police people and be running away, yeah? We're not in a junta state where Gregory feels that he can control the entire security sector. No, this is what he feels. So now you see what you're doing? Every freaking day, the police is in the news for the wrong thing. You dare don't blame those police officers. They're not doing those things by themselves. They've been instructed by their bosses, and our bosses get the instructions from Gregory funny looking Como. I'm telling you, when the ball finish getting hard, taking all kinds of crazy substances and everything, living that funny life, he comes and gives all kinds of instructions. Imagine from yesterday up to now, the police could not give any release or say anything about the entire thing. You know what the army has done? Now it tells you how the army, they are very professional. Army people, they are professional people. You like it or not, the army, they are very, very professional. They are very professional people. Very, very professional people. The army has been able to come up with a release. I'm going to get the release. And I want to get the release. Let me get the release. I'm trying to lay my hands on the release. I'm sure I receive it. I put it somewhere. Where did I send the release? Okay. The army people did a release, and up from yesterday up to present, the what am I call the people from the police, they are yet to say anything. They are yet to read anything. Yes, they released from the army. Dated February 26, 2025. The Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Major General Davidson F. Fokle, condemns the unauthorized attack and use of force by unidentified military personnel against a police officer and hereby calls for calm as investigations underway. It can be recalled that early Wednesday evening on 26 February 2025, some unidentified military personnel allegedly attacked a police officer at the SD Cooper Road Junction for reasons yet established. This action by these unidentified AFF personnel acting on their own and not sanctioned by the High Command of the Armed Forces of Liberia is concerning and requires swift intervention, as was seen by the arrival of senior officers of the Armed Forces of Liberia and the LNP on the scene to de-escalate the situation to restore calm. The High Command of the Armed Forces of Liberia calls for calm and assures the public that it is in active communication with national security authorities to communicate with authorities to ensure that this situation stays under control. Meanwhile, an immediate investigation by the Provost Marshal and the Legal Affairs Unit of the Armed Forces of Liberia have been launched to establish the facts. You see, that's how responsible institutions behave. The army came up with a release, but from yesterday up to now, the police has not done any release to either restore crime, tell the people that, okay, we are doing this, because this is what the police is used to. They go ahead and do things and don't investigate, don't care about it. So they have nothing to say to the people. They have nothing to say to the people. I wonder Gregory feels that we stay in a wartime. I wonder he feels that we stay in a wartime. Some of you don't blame this, the officers that are doing some of these things. They are receiving instructions. So when you receive instruction, you implement what the instruction says. It is what they're doing. It is what the officers are doing. What's so much about motorcyclists that you're beyond motorcyclists, that you've left on this thing, you have taken lives. Yesterday you are not satisfied. Your people will go to the homes of peaceful citizens and kill them. Let's look at the record now under the administration, the record of the police and the record of the army. Who got bad record? It is the police. The army people, they just warn you people that you should not treat army men the way you treated their colleague. No respect for each other. How dare you? Do you have what it takes? Like I said yesterday, do the police have what it takes to stand in front of the army? Do they have what it takes? They don't. They don't. In a second, the army can dismantle all of you, including your boss, Gregory Como. So you're implementing or you're enforcing the law. You can use your own simple discretion. Someone tells you. In fact, the police, they go over mindset to people. Even if you're explaining to them, they don't want to hear you. You're telling them what is it, what the issues are, and what exactly it is. They don't want to hear you. A police officer will arrest you. The only thing he or she cares about is to do what they want to do. Even if you're telling them what is right, they don't want to hear you. So how do you do it? How do you do it? Now you see what you put us in. So the army guys were angry, and so they needed to come out. They needed to come out. And they came out yesterday. That was a warning. That was a warning for you, the police people. In short, before we go to the lines, it is the police that feels this confusion, that feel what happened on yesterday. It is the police. The police is responsible. The police should be responsible because they did it. Because if they couldn't have beaten on another officer for nothing, the man is a security man, the man going to work, or the man came from work, or the man is going somewhere. The man identify himself, he on back. Oh, but you, the police officer, you taking the people back, you using the bag. You're supposed to ride it back in town. But the army man has the same security background, should not use bag. Even his private bag, he should not use it. But you, the police officer, you should use a bag. What sense does that make? What sense does that make? So now you see where we are. It makes no sense. And so the police should be responsible. Like I said, Gregory will be responsible. If care is not taken, Gregory will plunge this country into the dark days. Gregory, the police under the watch of Gregory. You see all of the incidents. You see how things are happening in Liberia. You see how things are going in Liberia. If care is not taken, Gregory will plunge this country into somewhere else. I'll be honest with you. Gregory will do it. Let's go to the lines and take your calls. We have 3 different discussions. When we are done with this, we're going to go to the place and talk about what the people went to do in Bapolu County. Then following that, Senator James Bandy has been able to say something. We're going to look at that this morning. Play the cash giveaway, that star 799 star 90 hatch, and you play with $200 Liberian dollars. You stand a chance to win 10,000 or 50,000 Liberian dollars. Star 799 star 90 hatch is the code, and you play with $200 Liberian dollars this morning. Let's go to the lines. Call us on 0773 419 502, 0773 419 502, 0555 1847 11, 0555 1847 are the 2 numbers for those of you in the counties. For the female callers, call us on 0773 978-564, 0773 978-564. Or for those of you in Monrovia, you want to call us on 0880-907-907, 0880-907-907, or you can call us on 0770 942048, 0770-942048. That is the line for those of you in Monrovia. Any of you from Monrovia, you call on the line of the counties. I will not take you though. As soon as you say hello, I will cut you off. Your line, I've announced your line to call for those of you in Monrovia. Let me take this person here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. I'm comparing the act being a police on the air. A very bad as a national or to produce very bad.
Where are you calling from, brother?
I'm calling from Grand Cayman.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. You see, as a spirit man, while you're on duty, if your commander get an order, you have to do a thing called use your sense. Because when you come on focus, certain order that your commander will deny. I can't give you that order because there was no communication ready. So as a policeman or even as a spirit man, while you're on duty, anybody get you order, that will use your mistake. In doing it, man, anybody said to you, who is here? That will careful. So we are begging the house. You should come together and work in together now.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, man. There, brother. Let me take more calls here this morning. Let me take this person here. Good morning.
Hello. Yeah, good morning, Sebu.
Morning, you're live. Let's hear you, my brother.
My name is Alfonso Ojo, and I'm calling from my district number 11 Vector. Sebu, you are very off. For the past time, we've been observing the police on Mr. Gregory Common. They are very brutal. They are not law abiding. We observe the issue in King George, and we see how police are handling activities in our country, how they are beating on lawmakers, how they are tear gassing peaceful or civilians who can go on way to petition the government as their constitutional or and the constitution gave them the right. We see the thing that appear yesterday at Interior Junction. It will bring a chaos There could be serious chaos between the police and the AFL. You will see police cars have stake in their hands on the motorbike, guys are riding, they take the stake, knocking on these cars, beating. Somebody can be riding motorbike, they take the beating, and they will lose control. What you expect that that individual will make us say, then you don't behave like that. But police supposed to be people who saving lives and property. They should be a responsible group of people. But the past time, the police is very reckless. The police have even shot people. We have heard that the police take or gun that have not been registered, killing people in the public area, in so many areas. And which is very much bad for our country. So we are telling Mr. Gregory Pomo to return to the status quo.
Okay, thank you. Let me take another person here. Morning.
Morning, man. Good and long time brother and friend, Sekou Sherry. This is Myers from Ghana.
Myers, my brother, please go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yes, Sekou, I was just thinking on an instant wherein you are a press and then you enter in an investigated area where you sort of ask questions pertaining to something that happened. And then another person is a press and the person show you their ID card. Then another person is a truck driver. The person show you their ID card. So those two people who is to be allowed to go investigate that matter, I think it should be the press. So the policemen, the police people, they are carrying on lot of lawlessness acts in this country, wherein someone identify themselves with a credential that he or she is an officer of the law like you. Then you deny the person from that kind of clemency. That is complete lawlessness. We are going back to the dark days under the regime of Joseph Yuma Boaka and or Gregory Pomo. This country is on total lawlessness threat. I tell you, no joke.
Okay, my brother. Thank you very much. Let me take this person here. Good morning.
Good morning, CEO.
Good morning. Let's hear you, please.
Good morning to Sister what she is doing, covering her on duty to the state. CEO, I want to say thanks for the topic on the discussion. But I think the ASL.
What's your name, sir?
Thank you. My name is Austin Wula from District 13. I've got a senior problem with the ASL of my brother. Get me?
Go ahead, yeah.
This guy should have gone for Gregory. CEO, don't laugh. This guy should have gone for Gregory and Fremont. Why beating the honorable should have gone because all of these things are doing Gregory is a word of it. He's gave them the instruction, and when anything goes wrong, he do go and punish them. You get me? So the AFL should have gone for Gregory to blather him and whip him in the public. CEO, thank you for the show, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take this person here. Morning.
Good morning, CEO Sekou Sherry.
Good morning.
Mike Bemene calling from the China Grand Pastor County, one of the County Finance.
Mark Bemene. Go ahead, my brother. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much platform this morning. CEO Sherry, you and Scarface, which is female, they are doing about for killing. 11 female led to the enter the CDC headquarters and killed them enough. Nothing came for order A. Then the Boaka regime, Governor Command led to they went to King John, it came on, they killed them enough. People told the body, Hungry Fan told the body. Nothing came for order A.
Yeah.
So the government and the women, the Scarface there, they are doing for killing the Nigerian people. But you know, continuously, we continue to say that the army should take over this country and settle an interim government. Let useless Omen Boaka, with a useless government, let them leave or alone. Because Boaka, during her turn upside down, he didn't get local ability. So let useless Omen Boaka and useless police people leave or alone because they killing us too much. They killing us, let them leave or alone. So let the army, that's what the army did, but rather also bad.
Okay, my brother. Thank you very much. Morning.
Good morning, Sekou. Good morning, Sekou.
Morning. Let's hear you.
Sekou, my name is Toga Johnson Toga. I came from Ghana,
Let's hear you.
Let me commend you for the show, Sekou. You see, all what you have said is just the hard culture. This is insensitive, very Puma. of President Joseph Bwana, but treating the last name people the way they are proceeding. Oh, every day you will go negative news about police. You hear a police now for particularly they will want or somebody want. It's very much wrong. All the police officers, I don't know, we want it on they have put laughing people, killing people, on the action of Mr. Gregory Como.
Yeah, it is the instruction they're getting.
Yes. Who is very much insensitive to the start of the la. So Gregory does not even say, tell us for him on me. He all he's done is very get him wrong.
Okay, thank you. This person, morning.
Yeah, good morning, Brother.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you, please.
Yeah, my name is Joseph from my comfort zone. That's why I got this.
In Bomi, go ahead, my dear brother.
I want to tell you thank you for that discussion a bit ago. You say we told the people that have the Muslim. We also come out in this country. The last of the first back, which is our global zone. For all your back, the other person. But to before they identify you. Yeah, the other way you is raise them, man. They even cycle. To see the situation, they don't care to tell the police guy what come to the government. And then they're going to come to complain.
Okay, you're breaking. Okay, thank you for calling, but just do some adjustment another time. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, Segu.
Good morning, please. Let's hear you.
This is Moscow from Bangapongande.
Let's hear you.
You know, all we have to tell our people who serve in public space, after doing all of the wickedness against their own citizens, we want to remind them, if their time pass, they don't eat the shit. We, the Liberian people that they're heading off, will go after them. At the time, they will not be in power. Today, they get power, but when they leave power, we'll get to them one by one. Then the other people that will be in power at that time, they will know that after your regime, the thing that you do from the past, you will pay for it. People there will pay for it. They will not remain there forever. 6 years. How long? The way they're doing their government will pass. But when their government pass, other government comes. We, the surveillance, they're not working in government. They are working in the private sector, will run after them, and their children will not be saved. They themselves will not be saved after that regime. I promise you this.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Morning.
Good morning, Segu.
Good morning, please. Let's hear you.
Yeah, there is my guy me calling from
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Segu, it's very much saddening for Liberia. And it continues to warn the Liberian people. If Liberian people are able to sit, this country, the old men here go and go to thrust the country into chaos. They're taking it to be a joke.
Yeah.
And it is not a joke. These guys are trying to see the weakness of the Liberian people. Up to now, if crew can send police people to the Capitol building, they start to beat on lawmakers. Who else? Because they tried, they have been successful. Nobody talking in civil society, religious organization, nobody talking in it. Everybody close their mouth. So they will continue the heinous crime against our people. So the Liberian, there is a chance. Liberian don't sit and say, it says soon. It will be too late. That government that will take over the country and make it with police state. So because our president is not on top of the game, he's sleeping. So Liberian people, if this is the time for them to be raised, to come understand and tell the people what they are doing. The country not for unity party. The country for everybody.
So
they should not turn the country into chaos. Then we start running up and down again in the bushes. Thank you, this one.
Thank you very much. I will play you where the citizens were in jubilant move for the army and booing the police. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is from Grand Basso County.
Let's hear you. Let's hear you, please.
Segu, thank you very much for your stopping on this question. You see, record commands. I don't know if you ever been to that man before. You don't know the weight of the soldier. But you know, if that was our days, Gregory Common, even the whole police station was going to rasta and destroy even also we were going to destroy it. But you know, the time is over. That's all. But Gregory Common means to even the family to drop over to him and beat him more than even what they do to other men. You see the useless government that they are doing, they doing all that stuff of this. Waka is a useless man. So you don't know what he's doing. So anything Waka telling them what he's doing. So we will still put their feet in the fire. Those people are people to be in peace. They're not people to honor them. Yeah, I can't honor them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me take this person, Musa Sharif. Morning.
Yeah, Sharif, good morning and good morning to Liberia.
Morning.
Yeah, my fear. Government security forces should work in harmony. Any attempt the harmonious conditions is lacking, then we begin to have a problem. Security heads, Stephen John security heads in this country should have control over the men and they should, what we call instill interdisciplinary and connection among them between security forces to see one armed group to the other armed group fighting in the street in front of the public that is supposed to deter, encourage to abide by rules, regulations in the country. They themselves they are at the forefront of the public with their violence. That is a sign of trouble. We believe and encourage the security staff to take siege of the matter and discourage reoccurrence. It is bad. The police should never exercise power more than it's supposed to be. The police shouldn't go beyond the scope of their operation. And then the police should stop arrogance. What I noticed about the police, they have arrogance. Should stop that. It is not good. That's all I have to say this morning.
Thank you very much. And that's the fair truth. The police, they are acting as if to say they are running this country. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please go ahead.
My name is Ronald Tolley.
Calling from where?
From Banga, Bon Country.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay. I've been observing this thing, especially when it comes to the police behavior. I realize, one of the things is that people go, you have a policeman who is legally employed, and you have an assistant policeman that person. You got some boys around the red light who will call themselves their assistant police. And at the same time, people have gone and joined institute. They put in 3,000 every day. So they can get board that come on the road there, the motorcycle. They embarrass them so much. They don't have a sample at the 0 point. They say no car to park here. Rather than hand themselves, they hear themselves behind those markets here. By the time they see the boss and car with the motor, why you can't park the motor here for? You do put the motor over here. They are going to take the key from the man. The other person beat another person, but I'm taking the key. As a result, the person almost don't want to have accident. They know they got to fair with them. You can't be like that. They put a sample here, nobody will fight here. When you go and join a susu, that susu been embarrassing you 3,000 per day. You want the best to do out of the children, it's embarrassing for the children. Let the people learn lessons, let them stop doing what they're doing. They can't go this way. That's today the army people, another time will be motorcycle, will be another group of people. And result, we the passenger that we find a car, we see barriers on the street, they say nobody, we have to walk all the way here for people.
Okay, thank you. Let me take more calls this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Simon Wishet.
Let's hear you. Go ahead.
It is worrisome. It is worrisome in a way that we take the letter to be a first-class citizen. They can be beating the back. What about we the male citizens? It means that we the male citizens, we are nowhere. It means that the police will protect our life and property if they can beat the first-class citizen in such a manner. And one is that they may identify themselves. Although police, they are not seen. They have no article to know, or they don't know the opposition.
The thing is, they're just arrogant. The police are just arrogant. They don't listen.
And the way the male citizen, we are instead seriously. when people are on your show.
Thank you. Let me take this person here. Morning.
Okay.
Good morning. Calling from Bapulu County. Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you. The county that received the palm name yesterday. Go ahead. Oh, they go make phone lawyer there? We'll talk about that on the show.
Then he trying to intimidate them. That was actually intimidation because someone has the party and said, hey, go in and begging me on the street, begging me. The poor joke of the
Okay, thank you. This person here. Hello.
Good morning, Sekou.
Good morning.
Yeah, Brother Sekou, my name is John B. Yakpa, and I call from my Bangla City County resident.
John, please go ahead.
Yes, Sekou, I want to say thank you for the show this morning. Sekou, you know what happened yesterday at the police was the cause of that whole situation. You know, when you're having the lawless police effort that is in Liberia, that's how you think is going on. Somebody came to the checkpoint and you see the person identify themselves. But you go about still beating the man. I think it is wrong. Let Greg try to put the police people into order. If it is not so, Sekou, this country is going down the drain on a daily basis. The action of our Liberia National Police is wrong. And they are the people who are supposed to save lives and property. And when they acting like this, you see how they are lose favor from the citizen now. It is wrong. Say yesterday, but that event was going on, the citizen chanting, "We want army, we want army."
Yes.
So it is a very scary, Sekou. This country, let's pray for this country. Thank you very much this morning.
When we are praying, the leaders have to do what they need to do. We can't keep praying and then the leaders continue to do the things that will not be good. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Let's hear you.
I'm Zlant of Venezuela, I'm calling from Bangapong County.
Okay, let's hear you.
You know, the thing that happened, there's no Baga children, a Baga police, a Baga AFL, because it's the minister for, she was out here from Lopa, and Gogo Kumotu here from Bong County. These are all of Baga. So the instructor of Baga goes to beat each other. You put out branch to run the country, the major want to bring care in this country. How can a police officer beat all AFL? After Baga information, this man, after Baga. AFL, the first class says in the country, we expect for them to revenge to big Gogo comment that is different way it went fail because they are not giving good instruction in the country, they want to damage the country.
Okay. Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's take a call from this end. This line has been bustling. Let me take a call from here now. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning, Jerry Chin and Freeman calling from the borough of Newtown. Yes, thank you very much, Sekou. You see, what is unfolding in our country is in a severe trouble. Because if you see the attitude of the police, like Gregory Como had dragged the police into a bad policing. You see now there is no public trust within the police. You see what is unfolding. Let me tell you something. There will be a serious problem that will occur between the police and the army once again, because the police is not willing to change. Because Gregory has dragged the police to become a Waka warring factions. Because Gregory takes direct order from Waka to make this on the people and other entities. Gregory as a professional person. Gregory as a professional person, a lawyer, is made behaving in the public space of our country, continue to make this, and the police continue to carry on the essence of murdering, torturing people. The police is carrying on secret killing in our country. this is the type of country that we expect. We did not expect this country from one time or.
Okay. Thank you. We'll take another person here. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, this is Umaru Kane speaking.
Speaking from where? Where are you joining us from, please?
I'm speaking from Liberia, from Monrovia. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a driver. Something happened to me yesterday in the morning time. I went to go station forward. After coming, then I saw a police there with about 55 people on me. Asked me about what is that? Yes. He asked me, where is your lesson? I said, my lesson in the car. I said, I want to buy. So he said, I should get my lesson. I said, but my lesson in the car. Only for my lesson, he said, no, I'm not getting in the car. Today, if I get in the car, I'll pull. I said, I'm not going. So when I get in the car, later, the police officer advanced the gun. And through advancing the gun, I said, jump. I saw the gun, I jumped on the car. So this kind of behavior is not good. And I told him, I said, why are you doing it? It's not good. You're not supposed to be thinking like that. Police and government must together. But if you are passing this boy, they mean that you want to kill me. So let us stop this. Let us stop this. I'm a German speaking right now. I'm in my job.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. This person here. Hello.
Good morning, Liberia number 1 investigative journalist.
Morning.
My name is Esemakia, commonly known as Regulatory Teacher Omen.
Let's hear you, my papa.
When I watched the video yesterday, that Gregor Kuma man, he was the one the army was supposed to grab him and carry in the barrel and quarrel in group. Because he's the one that causes all the problems in this country. Yeah. Can you imagine a police officer beating on a member of the armed forces of Liberia? I want that video after too bad. Gregor Kuma really want to put the country into problem. Yeah.
Thank you, my baby. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead. Let's hear you, please.
Thank you. My name is Ali Padikoma, Nentiki family at Boy for Howard. No, let me say thanks to you this morning for your conversation. People for somehow will condemn what happened yesterday because they go for people when anything happened in this country, my brother. Somehow, like, if you call your zero platform, will not call to see two security institution yesterday coming down how unusual. It's not something for we citizens of the country to celebrate. Anything we struggle yesterday, I've been making all the country. You didn't what we call your radio because the government. It's not happening. So our Democrats will enjoy, won't continue to enjoy. It's not because when they say you should get a million, you will not babble law. Tell all make sure and babble one law. Every morning we call all the other party breaking law, all the other party breaking. But when another party do it, we want to celebrate them because we support our party. So Seku, what happened yesterday for me, I will condemn it and actually for anybody. I will not take any side in the case. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We come to this line and see whether we can take someone from here. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Money is way for capacity in Nimba County.
Capacity in Nimba County. Let's hear you from Nimba this morning, my dear brother.
But I said it all. Police want to take on because you own a motorbike. What about from the man? The man from the airport. Beat a man. Imagine. 100% airfield, 100% that they will count all the ensure that they are airfield, they are the arm of the country. You see, Sabino keep it there. They know they are a political state, they will never do it again. See, yesterday, political when the hall, the child running away from them. I wanted today. You got me yesterday. No, what happened yesterday? They wanted to grab. It's a lesson for them. They will never ever do for any April for them.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. This person, morning. Good morning. Yeah, morning.
My name is Seku Ejabi, and I've been trying to conversation from Batala in Bon County.
Batala in Bon County. Please go ahead.
Yeah, what happened in our country yesterday is very much frustrating because this police was the one that sparked up the whole noise.
Yes, it is the police.
When I watched the video of the police beating on an army officer, that was very much so bad. You know, the army are people that are very much hard to get vexed. When they get vexed, they take a man to stop them. And the police director, when he watched the video, I don't know what step he took.
He did not do nothing.
Because they were the one that sparked up the whole noise.
He did not do nothing. He did not even say anything about it.
Driving our country to a different level. And the president and the officials are sitting watching or saying nothing. Because when this thing happened, we the common people are the one that was suffering. Some of us have nowhere to go. We only the country we have. So even for when they break to even farm food to eat for our children, we don't have it. And then when something happens to us, we are the one that will suffer. They will get in their car, they will get in their plane and leave us here. They are sitting watching and saying nothing. So I don't know. We're only asking God to help us in the country.
Okay. Thank you very much. We're going to take more calls this morning. A lot of calls coming. Let's allow Liberians to speak out on this issue. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you, please.
Yeah, I'm still Ramadan and I call for Kakata.
Kakata,
yeah,
go ahead.
I want to say thank you so much this morning, Siku. You know, when I call on the show the other time, we were discussing the gun issue, and I told you that the video started for single barrel, started with single barrel, and it expanded to automatic weapons. Today we got back this commander who was very, very instrumental during the revolution that killed hundreds of Liberians serving as a police director. And we are taking the rebel attitude and bringing them into professional duty. Now, Liberia is going in a way that is going all ahead. The Liberia National Army has been on a year for the past 12 years and 6 years due to citizens. Total property in our country are always being respected and honored in this identical country. But this provocative police director that we have in this country wanting to turn this country into different things, but President Baka don't know the attitude of this guy. Guy is trying to overthrow this president, so he only other means to create chaos. So when that something like situation will come out, he will use that means to do what he wants to do. We have to be proud that the person will go for Congo. Attitude is not good for us. We want to overthrow this government, but the people of this government now listening and they're not seeing the attitude. They see it on the surface, but the inside of it is very, very deep. It is very, very difficult.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Let's take another person. Morning.
Good morning, Civil Sherry. Good morning,
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. I Johnny from the Pittsfield City. I'm a motorcyclist. This is a clear let me just say a manifestation for the motorcycle. That is a clear case.
Oh, you left the line. Please call us back. For those of you just joining us, we're taking more calls on this issue. The lines for those of you in Monrovia, the lines are 0770942048. 0770942048, 0880907907, 0880907907. For those of you in the counties, in all of the counties you're listening to us, here are your numbers: 0773419502, 0773419502, or 0555-184711, 0555-184711. And for the female callers, I know we get a female on the female zone. 0773978564, 0773978564. It is the line for the female callers to call us. Let me take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Civil Sherry, the more investigated general of our town of Russell Labrador. And we say thank you to all the able men of Russell Labrador that making our brother be heard. I'm Philip Detroit, I join you from Bangal City, Bon County.
Okay, go ahead.
There are simple work creeping to our country. It's not good for our democracy. I always say we are the smallest. Anything I expect Labrador, the common people will suffer because President Julius know about that guy a green card. The government come there in case of anything because some of we experience what happened during the 90s. They left here, they flew away, the commander suffer here, were eating patanga ball. So the behavior of Gregory Coleman, the president is in the know because he is the one that appointed the man. From the appointment of Gregory Coleman, we are seeing unprecedented things. The worst police was supposed to save life and property. There are so many bad things that are happening. What happened in King John? The 17 years old boy that was shot by the police officer.
Yeah, he was shot.
The man escaped. Yeah, he was shot. He was shot by police officer. Later, they say the man escaped. So a backward because they can be speaking to all. I'm sorry to use it. They feel that we are stupid because somebody that killed. He sent a man to the investigative area. They said the man escaped. But he arrested the man who say he heard the man as suspect for burning capital building, but the man can't escape from you. But one who damage life, who take life away, and life cannot be replaced. He said, man, I escape from you. That capital building can be rebuilt, but that brother will kill. The life cannot come back, and the brother are grieving. He bear not more pain. You see what happened yesterday evening? Someone who get smartphone. When they say I can download most of the behavior of Gregory Coleman, I can download because I want for some brother to do my man that they say. What happened last night? It was not found for our country. They get a the people country that all because it has some country that the thing we're talking here. I'm a man, deliver a set. Then you grab the man to beat the man, put the man in paper. He said the plane no go soon. The army working was happening God last night. Nothing escalate. Because God saved him because the two went through here, God know that it will not happen again. So President Jonathan Imam he said one that doing anything because he didn't know. Look at why today you get called back. But the first time to see police men guys from lawmakers to go have a budget hearing in certain office. Budget hearing the public something that everybody so they listen to it. In 1 week our budget was passing the country here. The president went in to go and dedicate and say water something for
water something. Yeah. Thank you very much. Let me come to this other line here and take. I think there should be the female line. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, let me just remain on the line. Let me use this other means. Just remain on the line, please. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Daddy.
Yeah, good morning. Please go ahead.
All right, thank you for your show this morning. My name is Oliver Wardua. I do join this morning for the doctor. Therefore, you see,
this line for the female, why are you calling it for? You're not female, my member. No member. Brother, I beg you, please. Let's just abide by some of the rules. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, morning. Let's hear you, please.
How you doing?
Please go ahead. I'm okay.
Okay.
Call from where?
I calling from people.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
You know what I can say when I hope to see people that really get to see I don't know why they really get to see for. You mean the man. Like the president who like did the man the job. So the man knew that the man did the work, you know the man. He didn't want to manage the man to go to the Lord Leader president, start giving on Lord Leader who told that to do it. I was the same president. So everything I made doing is working on the merit of the president. You know, if it's not somebody you need the president do the work to your people, what you do? You take the name of the job, but if you can't take the name, what the man do, you believe in what the man do. But you will destroy the government. I see government will destroy. Any I tell you to the army, you should be the slug them good. Big, all of them good. You see it? But someone that is still going to the president and then to something to do that. So that's it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, bro.
Yeah, morning. Let's hear you, please.
Yeah, this is Flip de Toi. I left it now. They didn't conclude.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, for Baga City, Bon Kante. Yeah, but let me tell you, the secret behind Gregory Coleman and our president is that the president is unable to rule the country. So that's why they don't want to agree for Francis Kufa to stay as speaker because when he stayed there, they will impeach the president. So they do it in a way that the law will be there when they say and not good at that. One thing I want to say the morning as the people that we are calling to our international community, the UN that invest in the country, that you and myself we invest for the peace to be restored in our country. This you can't do our because the way the government proceeded now go for our country. We want peace. Some are trying to go to school. Some of our future were denied today, well, we not so far that we try to educate our children so we can live by them tomorrow. But the way they proceeding, the country will not be good for us. So what do you want them to come to our area, not good for our country? Thank you for following me the time.
Thank you very much. This person, let's take more calls here. We're going to take more calls up to later on. They will transition. The calls are too many. Let me take this side. Morning.
Good morning. This is James Dolo.
Okay, James. Dolo from where?
I'm calling from Broad Street.
Okay, James, please go ahead.
Yeah, you know, when we're discussing sensitive issue like this, we should take quality from there. The thing that happened yesterday, our president, people are here, people blaming Gregor Kuma.
So go to the point, say your own. Don't blame people. They got the right to speak like how you've got the right.
Yeah, the point is the behavior the AFL exhibited yesterday, the group of AFL.
It is not just from yesterday. So you see, you just speaking about what you saw yesterday. So listen, just a minute, please. People are talking about something that prompted what happened yesterday.
My brother, we have to be law-abiding citizens.
Okay.
If something prompted you yesterday, the generalization guilt that brought trouble war in the country, we should not portray it. The idea, we saw a video that someone was in a plain clothes, surveillance clothes, and he was thrown in a pickup. Probably he resisted arrest, and they managed to put him in a pickup. And the next day, we saw a group of AFL coming in the street, beating on uniform surveillance that were carrying the Liberian flag in the public. It's very disgraceful. We should not, try to link it with politics or bring other commander inside. It's a very unfair. We should tell them that what they did is unprofessional and deal with them, even dismiss them from the force. So that's the only way we can succeed and improve.
Let the police behave professionally at times too. Okay, my brother, thank you. Thank you very much. Let the police behave. Once the police was the one that orchestrated all of what happened, so they got the result. Hello.
Yeah, I'll say good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Calvin G from 12.
Okay, Calvin, please go ahead.
You see, I work with Liberia Justice Enforcement Agency, okay? You see, for we, the DEA, we just like paper tissue to the police. They don't respect their brothers at all. I'm telling you, Sekou, they don't respect. Just yesterday, I was going to town to go get me a flat TV, a flat screen. So I arrive, I get a bag. But I have to carry someone to hold the screen for me. So I took my friend and he got on the bag with the time. We are at 3 in the morning at this time. When he stopped me, I went to him. I stopped. When I stopped, he asked me, he said, "Who are you?" Identify. I said, "I show my identity." And he said me to get down from the bag. I said, "But why would I get down from the bag?" But just in that time, I think the person was coming. He said, "No, the convoy is coming. Convoy coming. Your leader, man." And I left. So they always doing it. For we, the DA, we are paper tissue for the police. So they need to stop it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Another person that you listen to it, my dear brother. You people listening, morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sekou.
Good morning.
And good morning to the many listeners. This is testimony, Johnny Williams.
Go ahead.
And let me say thanks to all of you at the Voice of the Block for the job you do on a daily basis. But you see, my thing is the police is losing respectability, even with the very citizens. If you listen to, if you see some of the video you hear.
Oh yes, the citizens will play. Yeah, the citizens were.
Yeah, it's because the other police governor that we have, I thought they said he went to Harvard, and he's a professional policeman, so he's the RG now. He's not even thinking about community policing. The last time I checked, I used to see touches to do with guys in the community in a one share, creating that friendliness between the police and the civilian or better state citizens. If nothing is done to call for a dialogue in the security sector, then we are going on because the police is losing the fight. And because of their violence and their unprofessional behavioral pattern, citizens are becoming to lose respect for them. And this has got to stop. And I think the very advisors, security, the liaison to the army, they all now need to begin to advise President Bouaka and talk to the Great Common. And another thing for us driving out, whenever you see the justice system in the country becomes weak, then therefore lawlessness has been invited. Therefore, everyone want to take law into his or own hand. So I think Great Common needs to do better and need to rethink and redirect the police into a citizen police friendliness.
Okay. Thank you very much. I don't think this person wants to be live on the air, but let me just hold the call. Let me just get done with this. Just hold the call. Let me take another call here this morning. This person, let me take this other call. Good morning.
Good morning, people. Good morning to your listening public.
Please go ahead.
I love to be called Papa Pia join for casted the district pool.
Go ahead.
People with all this testimony, not being favor of peace, they brought me to the question. Where are the elder of the land? Where are the imam? Where are the bishop? Where are the clergymen in the land? People, this is now a good time for us.
Certainly. And Gregory Como is the one that is fueling this.
What is the problem? What's so be about Gregory Como? I thought the police force could be a professional force. It will be a place for peace.
Okay, brother. Let me take another caller here. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning, Seku.
Go ahead.
Seku, I'm security man. I will not call my name. But the police, they respect the fellow security, but every day when you go to a function where you got police, they respect security man every day. I don't know why the police is thinking. They're thinking they are above all security. If you identify yourself to them, they respect you. They demoralize you. I don't know. What are they thinking? You don't behave with a fellow security man like that. When you go to man, identify yourself to you, be moderate to talk to him. There's no way for him to enter or whatsoever. You be moderate, talk to him in a polite manner.
Yes.
But some people come and take over the police. It's just they respect their friends like that. They don't work like that. We have to cooperate. We have fellow security. You got your own function, I got my own function. So when I go there, you give me some respect. But they respect their friends like that. It's not the world. You do that.
No.
That's causing the tension in the country right now. So they need to stop and get a friend a piece of respect, man.
Thank you. And there's our security man, which I will not call his name, and he will not call his name. But you listening, you hearing this from security people. Now, I'm receiving a lot of text messages from within the police. In fact, a police source is telling me that bulk of the 3 police officers are assigned to all of the concession companies in the country. Those of the officers that are trained, that Liberia can boast of, those professional police officers, they are all assigned to concession companies. Gregory assigned them to concession companies. And take the regulars on 3 rude individuals, call themselves police people, and put them in Monrovia to be causing havoc in our country. We'll take more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother Sego. How you doing, kid?
Yes, sir. I'm okay. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Alexander Sado, and I call from the capital Papas, Monrovia. Sego, you see, that's what the brother was telling you. The police, they are ruthless and lawless institution. Oh, not this particular former man. But you know, sometimes when we're looking at them behaving with the citizens, we don't talk. But where they carry it now, I think that should be the last place. Police should know the army. They should know the army. They saw everyone out there. Where everyone out there, they saw it. The army is no institution to joke with. So that is ruined or lawless, then he can carry it to the legislature and the other people. But when you carry it to the army, they go, how loud are you? The country will not be good for us. You can remember the 1980 coup. It came from the same division.
Yes.
The army division. That PRC they have. It came from the army. So let government be sitting out there joking with the army. But I just regretting why the army never he carry to the junction there, collecting and putting in a big up board and carrying to the barrack. They want to just do that and just detain him, beat him good so that he can listen in his head. You don't do that to that kind of institution. Train people like that, then you want to be beating them at all costs. Why would I mention identity to you? Then you can let them go. Why? So thank you, man. Thank you for the show.
Thank you. Oh, but yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Segu.
Morning. Let's hear you, brother.
Yeah, this is Saturday we are joining from Pastor.
Go ahead.
You know, see, when you get a government in the country that don't respect the rule of law, and when they go on program, they talk about rule of law, that the power law that can always start in the country. The political side of things in Kinjaw, Mr. Bwaka sat down in his seat, he not get nothing to talk. He sat down there, you know, men went to the Capitol building, they start beating on lawmakers that bring problem into the country. Today, the country don't understand in the country here. And the same thing they carry to the AFL people. And you see, when you be on one AFL man, my brother, you must get strong. So those regular people, what they get around Monrovia, they should Greg Como won't behave the rebel leader in the country. And President Walker supporting Greg Como. Because when you employ somebody in a country, when you do wrong things that aren't going well with the citizens in the country, you make sure you put the man down.
The one man name is in the media, is in the news every day. The police every day,
and President Blanca still sitting there and still sleeping. He's still sleeping, and then one man want to bring a problem or chaos in the country. So a Blanca that put feet on the ground and put Greg Como down.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, good morning. This is Thomas Kanga. Sorry, I couldn't get the female line this morning. I'm calling you from the piano.
No problem, my sister. Go ahead.
You know, I've been listening to the topic for a couple of weeks and other days now. The reason when a child do bad, they always talk to the mother instead of the father because of the mother born them, the mother trained them, spend most of the time with them. I don't think President Waka is not know what is going on with this Greg Como. Always find another story the police. The other day the police were to the executive mansion there again, opening a lawmaker car on no street. And this same police went again, people and one lawmaker again. And this police again beating on the area within the country. And people sitting there, there are other people in silver. Because I don't know if in Liberia, if somebody let do bad things, you cannot say it. So you know, always we just continue to suffer. For me, I used to tell my mom, I said, "The thing you're doing will suffer. If you suffer, you see it." So thank you for your point this morning.
Thank you, my dear sister. Good morning. Good morning. What's your name?
This is Solidity Wizard.
Solidity Wizard from where? From where now? Just.
So, Grand Bastard candidate to be Patrick Buchanan City. Let me tell you something, Seku. Gregory should know that what he is doing, what he carry on, he must forget, he must know during Taylor administration. What happened to Joe? He should know. What they do, they will feel it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Seku. You know, this identical issue, the reason why the professional police sent to a concessional area, it is because the people say they do not trust those police because they were just real police. But these are people that the Liberian people money was spent behind, and they were trained professionally, spending in different countries and coming with different experiences, at least to be able to maintain this country. They took them and sent them to concessional area and found them there. And they brought the same police on board. People that stay for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. These are people that work directly to what they want them to do. But those professional police, there are things that you want them to do, they will not do it. And that's the reason why they have sent them far away and bring social rebel on board. And they call them police today and causing harm for this country and the citizens of the country. But when they see the citizens celebrating the army, they should know that it coming to the point that the citizens themselves will be joining the army to run up the police and they will take control of the government and the country here. I think that where we're getting exports for. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's take this other call here from this other line. We're going to take 5 more calls now. They will call it a day. Morning.
Good morning, Seku.
Good morning.
Generally, my name is Ricky, and I'm Ricky. Seku, why is it now Gregory not having president? Why? Because usually he always has a press conference whenever one incident took place, even when something happened, even when he finished beating on motorcyclists, 5 minutes later he run to the press. Why is it that you don't hold in press conference? That's my major concern here, because he usually do it. So you see what we are saying here, Sekou, you started this thing here from the beginning of this government. I monitor your show. I can remember after the president was so into office, after 2 months later, you said the peace lies on the heads of the president. It lies in the hands of the president. If they don't be careful, the country will go into another thing. And now this is why it's happening. Because you can't tell me a little therefore, you can't tell me what is going on within this whole whole something and the president and where it is. Because I believe that the police take instruction from their head before they do any other thing. You know the video of the area is in war. Just like we did the same time one airport man was flop. Then again the other time again they were flop. So it just like that, you know, that something that they get doing that they are planning to get to it will be flocking the airport that nothing will come for all these people. Can you imagine last night why when they made me to be angry? Last night I was going somewhere I borrowed a policeman where he was standing on using a word saying that the airport fee that they had to show supremacy too much. I said, but why the reason he's stating that he said
Okay. Thank you. This person here. Morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Edmonka, the visually impaired guy. I give you this phone for personal feature to find out the delay.
Let's hear you.
You know, yeah, I was surprised when I heard somebody that nobody should put to the side what's going on. But the last time when the Fadika brother beat and pepper spray the AFL man, nobody came up to say what they are saying now. Okay? And you see, that was my disappointment the last time when these surveillance guys pepper spray the AFL guy and there was no response. Then they went, they kept a complaint to the police, the man didn't say anything. The guy is driving in every rule, there is a section. You see your security, if you see a police officer, they are the military. If they display ID card to you, if you are not certified, there's a way that you can professionally handle it. This time around, the guy saying that could have been flop. They needed to come up to show to you that you don't only lay alone. And this was a testing movement for the government of Liberia and the national police. You saw what the citizens did yesterday. If we were around, this time around, we'll tell the AFL, say, you stand by and watch also that we can front them on your behalf. Let Blocker be in the know, my brother. Once it comes to leadership, you got no brother, you got no sister, you got no uncle. You think that unless you say you sit down there, you think you want to become president, let him sit there and continue to make the country ungovernable. When they want to also realize that we, the citizens, are standing with them. When they're ready to make a move, let him say that his nephew will stand for him. That position. Why can't the position that he in? Anybody can do anything to get him out. So he needs to be careful. These are things that will happen. You speak up. This is not good signal for the country. When you see the security forces fighting against one another, it's scary. Okay? When the investor come, when you see security forces on the street, blasting one another here, fighting one another, you see the citizens clapping for the AFL, in fact, they're wiping the AFL clothes, and pretty soon they will conclude. We will stay with AFL. Anything that happening, we will be with AFL because our police are refused to stay with us. They are refused to be with us, so we will be with AFL. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The police, it is too disgraceful. All of the citizens are against the police. It's a sign to you, Gregory Coleman, that you are not doing nothing. Good morning.
Good morning, Sekou.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
My name is Moses Raya. I call from St. Paul's. I don't know, but the last time I checked, the the army or the AFL putting the police on up was 1979 during the West riot. They were killing people when the AFL came in the street, put them out of the streets.
Oh, we lost you right there. Let me take the calls are 2 minutes. Let me take two more calls. Good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning, people. How you doing?
Yes, I'm okay. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, this is Prince Daniel calling from Broad Street, right around Providence Baptist Church.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bro, thank you. I'm disappointed in what has happening in this country for now between the security.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, I was to Bata. The immigration man was in the car. I don't know what happened. The policeman rushed there. You know, the man identified himself with his ID card to the policeman.
Mm-hmm.
The policeman took the man ID card and began to walk up. And the immigration man get down, he began to follow behind that man. The end of the day, the tussle that came from between them. To Bata there, he was not eating. Surveillance standing, everybody standing, clapping hands. Oh, it was not eating that morning. So today, that the last one, the police, the other security sector, which is the army, police, they want to even temper with those people every time. There should be a brutality between those people. So, Gregory, come on. That other one is sitting down on his shoulder because under his supervision, what happening between the surveillance and the police, even the military in this country, is coming, is getting becoming. People now even understanding what happening. So the trouble are coming and scary, Papa. I survey my case.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me take this person here. Then we'll call it. Morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah. Morning.
There is a voice of in English like joining for Kawa Junction this morning.
Mm-hmm. Please go ahead.
Yeah. For the issue that are going on in the country, if the government, I see the government, they will go back in their strategic room to start to re-strategize and come back to listen to the Liberian people cry. But this, the government, they are careless. They are lawless government, so they don't care. How can police officers and army vote in face fight? Why? Yo, it's too troubling for the country.
Very troubling, man, dear brother.
It's very troubling. We have to get up as citizens.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Let me take this call now. Let me take this last call. I won't take all of your calls again. We need to transition now. Good morning.
Good morning, President Sekou Sherry.
Good morning.
And let me say good morning to the listeners. He is Robert and Robert political starter. They are calling from Congress City. And Sekou, people of Sekou, we are in a serious danger in this country under Mr. Braka and Greco Como. 2 days ago was immigration for his police. Again is the AFL and the police. 2 days again was the police against motorcyclists and the police with a citizen that have been killed in Kinjo and other places by this police. Are we running a junta nation? Are we in a state that is the security of our state is no longer in the hands of our government? And even the president says citizens should put their arms and register and be security for the state. I don't know why we're heading on a 45-year experienced president. We are in danger of the police on Gregor Como was former SOD on the Chastelo. I don't know as to why he went through the 2 GDR process to be rehabilitated and reintegrated in society. Because if you see a police officer like Gregor Como who was trained by United Nations to become unprofessionalism and institutional brutality on a citizen, I'm scared for Liberia. I'm scared for Liberia on the Plaka. I think it's about the time that the citizens now will take law in the hand. Because when the security of our state is no longer in the interest of the Liberian people, the citizen will take charge. The citizen will take charge. Think about the president and the opposite to go for firearms. Because we are in danger. In the morning you wake up, you see dead body all in the street. In the morning you come in.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We're not taking calls again. We're about to transition to another discussion. But I want to say to you, play the cash giveaway. We will call winners here shortly on the show. Today we're giving out 10,000 and out of 50,000. The code is *799 *90#, and you play with $200 Liberian dollars. So play, and then we will call winners. We want to call like almost persons as winners of the cash giveaway today. On the show, we're giving up 50,000 and out of 10,000 to our winners today, right? let's take this break. We are about to transition. This is what I want you to listen to, Liberian. You know, yes, Cyrus will work on that. Thank you very much. We'll work on that. Trust me, I will do that. Are you aware that even the very people that supported Joseph Boakai to become the president of our country, some of them are disappointed? They're disappointed about the way the old man is running this country. I'm going to play you a voice of Senator James Bundy of Maryland County, how he expressed his dissatisfaction. From that, it will coincide with what the people did in Wapolu County. Take your time and listen.
We can derive innovative ways of deriving additional revenue only if the government decides to man up to the challenges. When I supported the current president of his age and his experience, and I really thought that he still has to prove that he has the capacity to develop the spine to put in place some mechanism that will ultimately increase the revenue base of our country. For example, the forest sector. The forest sector is largely underperforming because the government does not have a policy of its own to drive that sector. International partners are sitting right there at FDA determining what the country does with its forest sector, restraining the capacity of the government to generate revenue. Just a few years ago, when Mr. Taylor governed this country, and he had all his SSAs, but let's dwell on the positive side of it. Let's dwell on the positive side of it. We didn't have electricity in this country, but we're producing plywood in your county, Basso. We're producing plywood in Maryland. We're producing plywood in River D. The country was industrializing, and we were generating money from export. 20 years on, we have electricity, and we are importing plywood. We have one of the largest rainforests in West Africa. The spine, the president has to develop the spine, the capacity to just say, look, how come people who are exporting logs are investors? Are investors there? If that's to export logs, then Liberians should do it. The reason why we want investors to come in the logging industry is to take the logging industry to another level where we generate additional revenue that will give our currency value, that will provide jobs, that will bring in serious money in the country. For 20 years, even the port of Harbour has not been dredged. It will impact the revenue of our country. If we are able to just develop this fine and say over the next 5 years, nobody who's involved in logging in this country should just carry logs. Let it industrialize. Let them get at least a component. Before when we didn't have electricity, it can happen. For the spine, the full site, we don't have it. Let's come to the iron ore sector. From time immemorial, the same people who control the sector around the continent come and say this is the best international practice. They give us 3%, 2%. The leaders cannot develop the spine to say, look, we're not going to accept 3%, 4%. The spine, he developed the spine that you talked about the last time. And in this case, President Parker has to develop it. Why you develop what? Sanction? We will not develop a country by depending on aid. Small money, I hear the minister talking about, and I understand his orientation here and Amara, they've been around the USAID, IMF, World Bank. Look around us. People who go to take the country from one level to another level are people who are brave and people who are innovative, not people who are going to depend on this thing. Or how much you will get from additional taxes? Go to the SOE. Oh, I mean, the last time you gave 500,000 for another 100,000. That's a joke. That's a joke. We joking. Look at the IO sector. To just determine that this rail was put here by the Liberian government. This rail was put here by the Liberian government. Mito cannot own it. Other people must use it to generate protection. But other people must generate revenue from it. We are not able to develop this fund to do it in 20 years. Oh, my man. All this concession, ratify all the concession. Ratify all the concession. In the national community, you are in the house. You ratify all the concession. You know, but we never make sure that happens. We will continue being poor. If you begging, that's the kind of country we have to have that. My virus is a fool. You can support. You're fine. You are fine 2 times. Alright.
It will still continue, and I want you to listen to the conclusion of this. It will still continue here so that you can listen.
In an iron ore area. So you are fine. The comment said, collecting for him. I'm the collector. I'll collect for him. Yeah. So in the iron ore sector where we are supposed to generate millions, if not billions, they bring to us the template. That this is international best practice. Go to Guinea. But are you people getting the template of Guinea? Go to Ghana, but you people say it there. You people are the same people who derive the template. You need leaders who will say, you know what happened? For our resources, this is what we desire. To take the country to another level. If we can make a simple decision as to the country reclaiming the rail, where are we going? Then you talk about, you see, and then they got back to it. They got back to President Trump. He's doing what the Americans desire of him. He decided, you know what happened? We're not in any climate business. We got all here, we're mine. It affects the climate, our people be satisfied, that's not our responsibility. In Liberia, the people say we can't touch our forests. The people live in the forest in abject poverty, beneath the humanity line. And they will tell who will give you 3 million. They gave him $500 billion to people in aid. They gave us 3 million, 4 million. Say, oh, the people took the 10 million. Are we joking? But God has given us everything. Why we lack his leadership and spine to move the country forward? Why we lack his leadership? So tell about it. Yes. Tell about it. Yeah. Let me come up. We talk all over. I don't ask them about this thing. Oh yeah. I agree. All the coupons are also tied into our oversight revenue. Okay. No, but no, this one our oversight. No, this one our oversight. This one is policy on the part of the executive. We cannot develop the policy, so we're driving the policy. We're driving it. We have the oversight to make sure. I agree with you if you say there will be no ratification that comes here.
Now, you're listening to Senator James Bandy of Maryland County. And Senator Bandy was one of the persons that supported hugely the Kennedy trial at the time of the current president of our country. And you listen to what he said. So they putting the blame on the executive. And indeed, it is the executive. Like I have said, and I continue to say, Liberia with what we have, we don't need the help of other countries before we can survive. If only if our leaders will do the right thing, we can survive ourselves. There are a lot of sectors of our country, and there are a lot of things that we give out without any benefit coming to the country. I may mention the other time about some of the waiver of some LRA. Now you listen to what the senator said. Concessions. People come here and do concessions. People come here and say they will do this. At the end of the day, they give 5% to our country and they take away 95%. Bulk of what they generate from our country, it is not being used here. It has been sent out of the country. So it is only peanut that comes back to Liberia. People are taking $1 million gold from Liberia. What have they done? They can jaw. Every week, every month, they take $1 million, billion. What comes back to Liberia? Nothing. But who's responsible? The executive should be the one to put in place measures to protect what we have. But are we having it? So it's so good, even the very people that supported Joe Boakai are coming out now expressing their frustration about the way this old man is leading this country. What people thought of him is contrary from what he's doing. People thought that Joe Boakai would come and make the change, put in place some of these things that will benefit the country. But instead, it is even worse than ever before. What is the way forward? The way forward here is to allow for the executive to stand her ground and do the needful. Yes, you listen to that. Let's go through the lines. It is you Liberians, and sometimes we allow you to talk more on some of the issues. Let's go to the lines and listen to you Liberians. And this is what of the staunch supporters of Joseph Boakai has been able to say. Senator James Bandy. Call us on 0770942048, 0770942048, 08809079070, 08809079007. That is the line for those of you in Monrovia. Those of you in the counties, you can call us on 0773419502, 0773419502, 0555-184-711, 0555-184-711. Or for the female callers, you can call us on 0773-978564. Let's go to the line and take our very first caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Siku. My name is Serena Sifasa. I study agronomy.
Okay.
And a degree in agronomy. I think one of the sectors that should have actually driven the economy of this country is the agro sector.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time in 200 years, we haven't had a president who has studied agronomy or agriculture, except President Boakai. So President Boakai understands the integrated capacity and nuances of economic development. But this sector is at this place. When you do a comparative analysis with other sectors in the region, for example, why would an NGO go and secure a $50 million loan out of grant, or maybe $50 million, for instance, 6%, say 6% of that is a loan to the Republic, the rest of it is a grant. And come to Liberia to do agricultural development or to get involved in the agro sector. And at the end of the loan, it has nothing to show for it. For example, if you develop the agro sector or follow the Malabo Declaration, which advises government to set aside 10% of the annual budget, you will develop a sector in such a form and manner that significant number of Liberian citizens will get employment. Let me take, for example, the Tobog, humanistic capitalism policy that led to the principle of mat-to-mattress in the 70s, that led to the formation of LCRDP, BCADP. Though most of it was dominated by political sloganeering, But we saw a significant shift in the agro sector that led to the improvement of cocoa, in the production of cocoa and coffee. Today, if you go in the agro sector, you see nothing. In fact, how could NGO pay $7 million to have a Nigerian coming to Liberia to list the names of farmers, the listing of farmers, and they have Flomo Togba, Flomo Togba A, Flomo Togba A, and get money and get away. That whole sector need to be scrapped. No country develops that depends on NGO. The agro sector needs a massive economic and improvement and involvement for the government, because agro development is capital intensive. It's both capital and labor intensive. And fundamentally, its role, the first approach to agro development. As long as you can't develop a country when you have everything NGO, and you see so sambo in the interior. So what Jim Bani have said, what Jim Bani has said is true. But for me, because I'm studying agronomic, so I'll be able to restrict myself in that sector. I think that administration should not exist by now, because what they do is that most of them, they get a job and say, oh, okay, if I this, if that, go in the field. I want the government to do a full listing of the farmers in this country, what they call the smallholder farmer. The president is going to see, you see some of the farmers, you can't even believe it. Those people can never improve with that kind of behavior, because the entire agro sector is driven by NGO support. And NGO support, they make fabulous salaries. They teach agriculture for a country that is 200 years old. People still teaching agriculture. What's going on?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me take calls from this other side. Let me take calls here. Good morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
Calling
from where? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. No, let me tell you, any woman that can let you beat a husband, they take a break, or they take a break. Because you look at the police,
No, we finish that police thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we finish that one there. We finish.
Okay.
We finish that different thing. Now we're talking. Yeah. Morning.
Good morning, people. Yes, my issue has to do with the cash giveaway.
We're not talking about the cash giveaway thing. We're not asking you what your issue you get. We're talking about what we just discussed here and everything. What we just played about Senator James Bandi laying out some of the things and talking about the way that the executive, there are a lot of sectors of our country, and there are a lot of things that people come in our country and just use our country, read themselves and go, and at the end of the day, we stand to benefit nothing. So it is what we're talking about. We're not talking about, cash giveaway thing. And I'm going to play this thing again. Let me play again for those of you, maybe you just joining us, so you can get a deep understanding of what we're saying here. You're just who you call small, bigger, yeah? You're just who you call small. Me, my information, I left for you to go across so that you can understand it good. Let me play this thing again. We take calls, though. We still have enough of time. We take more calls, but I also want this information to resonate with you people, right? Okay. I think this is much better now.
Challenges. When I supported the current president, I was cognizant of his age and his experience, and I really thought that he still has to prove that he has the capacity to develop the spine to put in place some mechanisms that will ultimately increase the revenue base of our country. For example, the forest sector. The forest sector is largely underperforming because the government does not have a policy of its own to drive that sector. International partners are sitting right there at FDA determining what the country does with its forest sector, restraining the capacity of the government to generate revenue. Just a few years ago, when Mr. Taylor governed this country, and he had all his SSAs, but let's dwell on the positive side of it. Let's dwell on the positive side of it. We didn't have electricity in this country, but we're producing plywood in your county, Basso. We're producing plywood in Maryland. We're producing plywood in River D. The country was industrializing. and we were generating money from export. 20 years on, we have electricity and we are importing plywood. We have one of the largest rainforests in West Africa. The spine, the president has to develop the spine, the capacity to just say, no, how come people who are exporting logs are investors? Are investors there? If that's to export logs, then Liberians should do it. The reason why we want investors to come in the logging industry is to take the logging industry to another level where we generate additional revenue that will give our currency value, that will provide jobs, that will bring in serious money in the country. For 20 years, even the port of Harbour has not been dredged. It will impact the revenue of our country. If we are able to just develop this fine, say over the next 5 years, nobody who's involved in logging in this country should just carry logs. Let it industrialize. Let them get at least a component. It happened before when they didn't have electricity, it can happen. But the spine, the foresight, we don't have it. Let's come to the iron ore sector. From time immemorial, the same people who control the sector around the continent come and say this is the best international practice. They give us 3%, 2%. The leaders cannot develop the spine to say, no, we're not going to accept 3%, 4%. The spine, you develop the spine that you talked about the last time. And in this case, President Parker has to develop it. What you about about sanction? We will not develop a country by depending on aid, small money. Again, the minister talking about, and I understand his orientation here and Amara, they've been around the UC, IMF, World Bank. Look around us. People who go to take the country from one level to another level are people who are brave and people who are innovative. Not people who are going to depend on this thing. Or how much you get from additional taxes? Go to the SOE. So I mean, the last time you gave 500,000 for another 100,000. That's a joke. That's a joke. We joking. But do you think they don't go to right in the look at the iron sector. To just determine that this rail was put here by the Liberian government. This rail was put here by the Liberian government. Mito cannot own it. Other people must use it to generate protection. But other people must generate revenue from it. We are not able to develop the fund to do it in 20 years. Oh, my man. I have the second and the second for all these concessions, ratify all the concessions. Ratify all the concessions. In the national community, you are in the house, you ratify all the concessions. They know, but we have to make sure that happens. We will continue being poor. Be begging. That's the kind of country we have to have. What if I was support? You can support. You're fine. You are fine 2 times. Alright. You're fine 3 times. 3 times. $300 total. I will collect the phone. I'll collect the phone. Take the phone. I'll collect it for you. Yeah. So in the iron ore area. So you are fine. The government say collect it for him. I'm fine. I'm the collector. I'll collect it for him. Yeah, so in the iron ore sector where we are supposed to generate millions, if not billions, they bring to us the template that this is international best practice, go to Guinea. But are you people carrying the template to Guinea? Go to Ghana, but you people carry it there. You people are the same people who derive the template. You need leaders who will say, you know what happened? For our resources, this is what we desire. To to take the country to another level. If we can make a simple decision as to the country reclaiming the rail, where we going? Then you talk about, you see, and then they get vexed with President Trump. He's doing what the Americans desire of him. He decided, we're not in any climate business. We got all year, we're mine. It affects the climate, our people be satisfied, that's not our responsibility. In Liberia, the people say we can test our forests. The people live in the forest in abject poverty, beneath the humanity line. And they will tell who will give you 3 million. They're giving $500 billion to people in aid. They gave us 3 million, 4 million. We say, oh, the people took the 10 million. Are we joking? But God has given us everything. Why we lack His leadership and spine to move the country forward? Why we lack His leadership? On a serious note, so tell about it. Yeah. Say about it. Yeah. Let me come up. We don't I didn't answer the question. Okay. I agree. All the good points are also tied into our oversight. Revenue. Okay. No, but no, this one our oversight. No, this one our oversight. They want is policy on the part of the executive. We cannot develop the policy. So we're driving the policy. We're driving it. We have the oversight to make sure. I agree with you if you say there will be no ratification that comes.
Okay, so there you listen to the conversation, and it tells you about how most of our sectors are vulnerable and the government has done nothing about it. There you have it from senators. Let me take your calls. 077-0907-907 or 0880 0770 sorry 9420480 0770 9420480 0880-907-907. It is there are two lines for those of you in Monrovia. Those of you in the counties, here are your numbers: 0773 419-502, 0773 419-502, 0555-184711, 0555-184711. And the line for the female callers, 077-397-8564. 077-397-8564. That is the line. Let me take your calls now and listen to you on this matter this morning. This person, good morning.
Good morning, Sherry.
Yeah, morning. Let's hear you, my dear brother.
This is a guitar, member of the Civil Rights Movement in Liberia.
Okay, brother, please go ahead.
The origin number, the oval.
No, I said in that 07709079007 is also, I said, called 0770-942048.
Okay, thank you very much for the privilege.
Okay.
And I want to commend Senator Jim Barney. Because all in a brought the government to power, but someone else are trying to put the government to check. I want to commend him. But my disappointment on Civil Sherry, where is Senator Delon? Senator Delon, he went far to challenge the information that Senator Jim Barney are putting forth on the state. You know? So where is the light? He had to come back and apologize to the Liberian people. Because he was on the front line to bring the government to power. It doesn't mean that when you bring government to power, you cannot be fair and tell the truth. Almost Senator Jim Barney was relating that embarrassment to the Liberian people that some of the things he can't explain on the floor. They have to challenge the identical information. He don't want for them to talk. It's a reason that he went far. So I want you call the senator, what is supposed to country people like? Thank you very much for the privilege.
Thank you very much. This person here, let me take this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you, please.
Yeah. For the sake of this is Benedict Sawe, and I call you from Central Monrovia.
Mm-hmm.
I think regarding the issue of statement coming from Chief Barney, for now I can safely say that Chief Barney is the most relevant senator in our entire so-called House of Elders. because for a man to be on the same side with the President Joe Biden, and speak out in this manner, what has Joseph and other people who so-called opposition in that place speaking out nothing. I think I will give Senator G. Bunning the leverage. I think he spoke well, and he's the kind of people who want to speak to the power in such a time. The next thing I want to speak to is the issue of the AFL.
No, we finish it now, brother Becky. Morning.
Good morning, Sekou.
Yeah, morning.
I'm Moses would have called you from Pierre Factory. So we thank you for all of your talking points. You know, Sekou, what we're going to do in this country now, I think if the government cannot protect our resources, Sekou, we the citizens, we need to protect our resources for ourselves. I can look at Sekou, if I hear that government want to carry an NGO or any other company to go and get on our busy mountain, we will be here, we calling our brother and sister to get on the road. So if the government cannot protect our resources, we the citizens, we got to protect our resources, because they will go there, for example, they go and get on our busy mountain. For instance, look at the road, it's not safe, so nothing there at all. Electricity not there, no water, no roads. They will sit down there to go and take that resources and take our only resources that we depend on there. Then the government take it, I want to share and go letting America after the regime is over. Then we decide to be there again. We don't have no resources there again. So we the citizens of this country, from county to county, we got to protect our resources. So even the people from Kema and Bomi there, if people need to start blocking the road from Western Cross and say, all your agreement, you say I will do. You should effect it, and you should do 50% before you can start operating. I do not think that will be because the government cannot protect the resources. So we say we need to protect our own resources.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let me take this person here, Musa Sharif, the owner and CEO of Strong FM. Musa, morning.
Yeah, brother. Good morning again. I'd like to discuss issues like this. It's an economic issue, and it has to do with the improvement of the livelihood of the people. So basically, it's true. What the senator said is correct. The Europeans and the rest of the people that are talking about climate issues, which we don't deny, but yesterday they used their foreign resources and the mineral resources to build their countries. So they are okay. So if you are telling us not to do that, then come here and help us get our country to where we want it. And then the dwellers of the forest improve their livelihoods. Besides, we have what we call reforestation. So as we're taking off the logs and other stuff, we can replant trees. And then 20 years, 10, 15 years, 30 years, it will come right back, and the people that live there, their livelihood will be improved. So that's what we're talking about. That's true. Today we are buying plywood and other materials. And then what happened here is this. If the government do not allow for real investment to go in the forest sector, the pit sawing group, those that get a chainsaw all around, they are supplying the best of our forest wood to the Chinese, to the Turkish, in illegal way. Because when you stop the legal route, therefore people will develop illegal route to live. And that will go against the interest of the people and the country at large. So we ask the government to work with the Forestry Development Authority to allow Liberians to get into the forest to export logs, and then to work with international partners, whatever way they can replant the trees. That will be better. Let's go to the issue of the railway that Metal Steel is using. Metal Steel denied the Liberian government from making billions of dollars if the Guinean government were to use that route from Guinea to the Buchanan port. But Metal Steel rather monopolized the usage of that railway. Why they didn't build, deny the country of that money because of bad agreement. So these things are not good. They are not good for the economy of this country. We hope the president can renegotiate with the Guinean government to see whatever way they can use that rail to allow the people of Liberia, through Nimba, Buchanan, and the rest of it, the sons and daughters of those countries can come back to life and make money for their survival. It's important that we do that. Don't sit in Denmark, don't sit in Germany and other places to determine how we use our foreign resources. We would not accept that. That is not good for our country.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me come to this line. Morning. Good morning. Yeah, morning. Please go ahead. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I will take another person. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Brother Sekou.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Yes, this is John D. Apaulo, calling from Banga City, Bon County.
John, please go ahead.
But second, for our country, as Senator Bani is saying, we have the resources, but we lack leadership. That's the leadership business very suffering us as Liberians. All Liberians should change their mind and attitude, and when you go to that position, I think our resources can serve us as a citizen. We don't need to be thinking about foreign aid. We have everything in our country that when you say it can better our lives, but our people are not trusted. Our leaders who will vote into power, they are corrupt. Their intent going to power is to enrich themselves before coming to the masses. And before that happens, the attack in lab. How you say, you're going at it, we have everything here. We have timber, everything that we can live on. But the trusted people now is our problem. That's why you say, how you're going like this. Thank you this morning.
Okay. Thank you, my dear brother. Let's take this person here. Morning.
Good morning, Sego.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Sigal Lamanda and I call for Kakata.
Let's hear you, brother.
With the consumption companies we got in our country, it is not in the interest of the country. The reason why God bless this country with a whole lot of resources in different locales is for this country to have been one of the best in the world and in West Africa. Now, let me take you in Bon County, MNG4, Kokoya District, this town, and say Western. That place, MNG4 over there, they were taking all the MNG4 was taking for over on a weekly basis. Each of the block, it weighed 42 tons, and they were taking 16 of that block for out of that place on a weekly basis. Today, watching the road of in this town, watching the road of reaching the Western. There is no healthcare facility there, no schools there, nothing. The place remains deplorable. The road is very, very bad. Even that one, I couldn't have between and people they eat this too. He said, please, we will be responsible to place the road for a town Joshua to go all the way in this town. Because the people bad that are a pretty much they were the one that was visiting that company every time and collecting things for the case of the company, and today that place remains like that. Every gym go is no longer there now. They are in Kjo. They have no collaboration with the other company in Kjo. And today that the same minimum they taking from there and they put the place that again, and that place will remain the same. The people mind to the place over there to the extent that they were going under the ground. The yellow machine excavator going under the ground, truck running from under the ground and falling all the gold bed to put it in the water place. You see the Sabbath situation, so that place is on a time bomb. Anytime a landslide can take place over there in Bon County. So that serious thing in you people discussing, so we all need to take it very, very serious. Our resources will not be leaving from the area and the place remain deplorable, no school, no health care capacity bed, nothing. Everybody remain the sea, the citizens remain suffering. Then you deprive them of using the forest, they might not care the forest. Who the animal in the forest for? The people got to look into the interest of the Liberian people in this country, and that's the only way the country will be able to develop. Jim Bannon is not lying, not because he's campaigning against CDC, and today the government is appointing him, and everybody is aware that this government has failed, so he must accept it. All he needs to do to come back on the air to apologize for the Liberian people. Thank you this morning.
Thank you very much, my dear brother, for joining us this morning as well. We give every one of you the opportunity to do the same. Let's take another call here this morning on the show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, Lady Yeke.
Thank you for the recognition. This is Lady Yeke calling for Clarity. My brother, who playing the complete too? They're coming at the power of the Kevin complete, and for our country, we're proceeding our country, taking our Lord, our go, everything. They will not listen to us, my brother. Seku, the phone right there here for us in this country. So Lord, the people they will not listen to us. They didn't go there and pray every food down in that place. Somebody will talk because the money coming from there is going in their pocket. So they will not talk. When we die inside, they will not care. So talk the person is wrong. So the money going in their pocket. If they get eating the money, they pay their food. They will not talk. They will not care. My son. So they get even my brother. They put you go for 12 years. Nothing will happen for that government. You see, police army today in the country. The country is very lawless. No instruction, nothing. On a dollar come on. Let now get a pill. Nothing going very good. You say about water today, nothing going on. You understand? What going on? You don't take care, but you're not taking care of it. You say that they're talking about me. They're talking about me. More clothes. You say you want to take care of people today, nothing going on in the pocket. They say, oh, and we are there too. Now we are there. So when you move, we are for that. You brought for that for a 2-year experience. So the one thing that is all for that government. See how happy she is. See, they play. Get a go down with suffering. No job. But you say, did you open the leadership? What is for go? But we are there to see them. Market market Benny. So then not happening about water. You go pay one airport. You go tell the president go stay there. So go dedicate. And what to achieve at this place. So that's the moment. Even to the water man said before, he's not letting elected. Then go up in Guinea, they all the carry there. So go there, go up in Guinea. And don't dedicate Guinea. You know me? One person again, one dedicate Guinea. And airport, that the president get us to carry on. They put the man base hospital in Buffalo County. You don't see that there? You don't have one airport and say, you want dedicate. Go yourself president, when you pop it. The pocket don't steal, they don't steal the people. They don't steal our pocket money. So go and pay their home. Super far cool, they say, go and say people. And nothing going on the pool. Nothing going on in the pocket. They go and say people. Can you say happy or happy birthday, my boy? Me, I want to feed them or feed them every day. You must be good for their project. You want to be there showing the sea, they begin from market food, and they kill their food. And now go, when you go to the project going at a bar, I'll go get see trouble, my son. They're going to get trouble on a water government. Would I eat you when you want to say, oh, what for the 40 and I believe it? This is what I'm going to want my WhatsApp.
Thank you very much, Lady Yeke. Let me take this line here. Morning. Good morning. That's you.
People, let me tell you, this country is rich, but the citizens are poor. The country is rich, but the citizens are poor. And for what can the bank say? Actually, I support it. Of course, money from the FCC for road to the Unity Party so that they have been elected government to power. But if you are a leader, you see a friend really something there, you know, something, and that's why you're doing there. It would just not be something for the small bank off, the president enjoying nothing, all the small money is taking the $7 pounds. And then the camera has been something to that the project. Getting money to take over, no problem, nothing. Everything I think they saw, but they went through. They went through. I don't know what I want to get in the country yet. So the country is totally damaged. Then the party, no better, is making it worse. And getting me, so actually, give me out of where we really now. So just confuse it, everything. It's confusing it over small, something that is just confused ball. Then for the other time, for Jordan, generator, all the ones that is funny. And get me, so I don't know what we had to send it for a platform this morning.
All right, thank you. Morning. Morning.
Okay, I have it.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. You see your point?
What's your name?
Yes, this is Solomon. Sorry, Papa.
Solomon from?
Akwa.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Your point? Well, we made a point to read that. But before God and maybe to read that, the wicked one is with that. Yep, that's it. You see what happened? The people are poor in it. The people are poor in it too. They will not need to tell the story. They will go one by one. You see anything in a small thing? That's 6 years. Before they 6 years and fire, then you are about 30, then you go 36. You see a small thing? No job at the airport, really. Go there for the people, really, people. So what do you want for the people to do? What do you want for the people to do? They're taking a giant portion of the money, they're taking it, they're taking it, everything they're taking it. They're suppressing the people.
Okay.
When you money, money. Who is doing money? They fought against your right, they were working here, and then they were owning money, and the good thing that they supposed to do, they will open them more one by one and confess before God will deal with it. I don't know if to deal with it. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Hold your calls. We need to run. That's all the time we've got to be here, and then we'll be back on Monday. Tomorrow, the team will be here. We want to say thank you to all of you for your calls, your messages, and your listening role. For those of you who've been viewing the television, want to say thank you. My name is Seku, and indeed will be back here on Monday.
Download your favorite song at original